Hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. Today I'm showing you how I did these beautiful fire nails. I'm starting off with a little bit of builder gel already on my nails, and I'm applying base gel. If you've been here before, you'll see that this is slightly different than the one I usually use. This is by Young Nails. It was given to me in a giveaway, and you can see that video. I'll link it in the cards above if you want to check that out. And then I'm taking these little strips of a holographic film and applying them to the nail. I'm calling this fire nails because it's kind of a take on ice nails. Ice nails, if you're not familiar, are a Korean nail art trend. You can see here it basically is using a similar type of film, but usually in more cool toned colors. And it's like a circle of the film that's applied onto the surface of the nail, and they get really, they're typically made to be really thick and with a very like domed effect on the top. So the way I'm doing these is slightly different. Instead of using basically an oval cutout of the film, I'm taking 3 strips of the film per nail and applying them as flush against the nail as I can. So you'll see that I'm doing that here. I'm kind of using that tool to move them around, and then as needed, I'm trimming them into the shape that I'd like them to be, which is basically just smaller than the surface of the nail. So you don't want any edges hanging off, and you don't want it to be too short either. So basically just kind of creating a casing around the nail. I'm fully curing that, and then I'm going in again. This was a gift from Momo. Thank you again, Momo. Confusingly, her name's also Momo. But yes, I'm using the sculpting gel by Young Nails, and I'm using that. I already have the structure of my nail kind of set with the builder gel I have underneath. But I'm just using this gel to kind of create a nice coating over that film, just to make sure that it's fully encased in gel, that no little bits are sticking out, that my nail doesn't feel uneven or pokey in any way, that nothing's going to catch. So just kind of honestly flopping this on and letting it do its self-leveling thing, because honestly, gel is really good at self-leveling. And then I'm taking a nail file. I've gone ahead and cleansed the surface of the nail to get off any sticky residue after curing. And then I'm just taking a nail file to the nail and making sure it's smooth and that it's shaped well. This is still something that I'm personally working on, but I will say I have noticed myself just looking back at older sets. I've been doing basically kind of a structured manicure or builder gel manicure for about a year on myself, and I've definitely improved on the shaping. So it's something that you need to practice. But yeah, this is mostly just about smoothing out the surface and making sure that your nails don't look like strange or lumpy or anything. This isn't really about creating like the perfect apex or whatever. And then I'm cleansing off any dust and then going in with, you guessed it, the Fiote Waterful collection. This is an amber jelly polish from that collection. And I think anything kind of warm toned in the red to yellow family, including oranges, would be really nice. A jelly color. Fully curing that coat, and then I'm going in with a second one. And basically this just helps to sort of camouflage the strips into the nail. From afar, you can't really see where the strips begin and where the jelly polish is, and it just creates such a beautiful effect. I'm taking my favorite top coat. It's the thick version of the Izemi top coat, the Izemi resin top coat, and just applying that and then curing it. With the last 3 nails, I didn't do them one by one. I kind of did the first steps up to the encasing and builder gel on each of the nails, and then I finish filed all of them, and then I applied the gel on all of them and the base coat on all of them. But I took that out of this video. And then here, I'm just sort of showing you more in depth kind of how I shaped and cut out the the slivers of film. This part is honestly the most time consuming, I would say. At least it is for me. And I did consider when I was editing that it might have been smarter to cut out kind of roughly the shape of your nail, like those squares of film on the green mat that you can see. Just taking one of those and cutting it out to the shape of your nail and then cutting that into 3 pieces. That might be faster. I don't know. I chose to cut strips first and then kind of cut them to size. And you'll see that I put sticky tack on my nail just to sort of be able to place them into roughly where they would be on the nail. The first time around, I kind of did this part when the strips were on the nail with that wet gel. And I just wouldn't recommend that. I think you should have them basically the size that you want them, the size and the shape that you want them before applying any kind of gel, just because it gets messy and yeah. So I'm cutting these to size and then taking them off. This wasn't a particularly elegant process, as you can see. It took a few times. In general, this, it's always kind of a struggle to figure out what tools will work best for you. And you'll see when I apply these that I tried a couple different ways. But yes, I'm taking a surface cleanser and making sure any stickiness from the sticky tack or any of the oils from my hands are off of the nail. And then applying that base gel again to the nail. And I'm really liking this brush. Again, this was a gift from the giveaway that I won. And then, yeah, look at me trying to pick these up. Okay, that's clearly not working. So I get the picker tool and then use first the other side of the picker tool and then just my finger to move the film around the nail. And I left this in specifically to show you that, like, you kind of just have to wing it. Sometimes with one part of the nail, one thing will work and it won't work on another nail or a different part of the same nail. It's just an always evolving process, in my opinion, in my experience. But yes, I'm just pressing that film kind of into the nail and then I'll be putting it in for a full cure. And you'll see that I'm wearing gloves. I decided that I'm going to start trying to protect myself from UV. It's a common misconception, that LED lamps don't emit UV light, but they all emit UV light, and no matter if it's an LED or one of the older types of lamps. So just doing a little bit of, prevention. Why not? Doesn't hurt. Anyway, now I'm applying the gel to the nail again, very slowly, it would seem. The cool thing about this is that it does so much of the work for you. Any good gel, any good builder gel, I should say, or like a thicker gel that's meant to provide strength or structure, they tend to be very self-leveling, and this one is no exception. So I kind of just slopped it on there, and then I'm turning my nail upside down, and gravity helps to pull and pool the gel toward the center of the nail, which is where you want most of the strength from the gel. So I fully cured that, and now I have finish filed it as well, and I'm applying that same beautiful color. And like I said, I'm just showing you the first 2 nails. It was a pretty involved process. And you're just repeating the same thing on the rest of your nails. But yes, if you are watching still, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that you're here. If you're not subscribed, I would love it if you do so. And like and comment and all of that good stuff would be great. So I'm applying the top coat again. Oh, so beautiful. Is it bad that I'm sitting here saying how beautiful these are? I don't think so. They've been giving me joy for the last week and a half. Every time I look down at my nails, I just get happy. So let's admire them again. This isn't on my porch, but this is right underneath it in the snow. The fire nails in the snow. I just love it. Thanks for hanging. Bye.